managed to do the first live event. Actually the first time TV station Kenya kwenda live entertainment yenye si prezi ama ball was us.
Your team now?
Yes, me now and the team.
Mr. Pioneer. Aye.
Yeah. And I was emceeing.
Wow, you
live.
Organized and emceed live.
Then I collapsed live on TV.
Why? What happened?
I had not eaten for 3 days.
Hi, and karibuni tena to Glow Up with Makena. This is where you get the cream de la creams of the society, you guys. Yes, and kama kawaida, we are at Bavaria Gardens. This is where we always, okay, mostly do our shoots. This place has amazing PR. You know, ukitaka hizo services zenye zimeweza zinakupea tu una feel classy, una feel at home. It's home, away from home. They are very generous. They are very affordable. I won't say cheap. They are very affordable, and they are located at Ironi nitwaje?
Wayakiwe.
Karuna Road.
Karuna Road.
Karuna Road. Okay, Wayakiwe ukiingia tu kidogo Karuna Road next to Lion Place. Wako hapo wadau. So this is where we do our shoots. Na kama una mandhari safi, you can also let us know. So let's get right into the business of the day. Today I have an amazing guy. I have a legend. I have a pioneer actually. You see this, there's a certain event, ama should I say, now it's a show. Yenye ilianza kama event, and it's doing really well. He was among the pioneers, if not the pioneer himself. Yes, alianza nayo, and it's doing amazing. So everything that he touches definitely turns into gold. I always call him the man who never grows old, the young forever. Yes, I have the amazing event organizer, MC. You know say he wears a lot of hats. He's a man of many titles, and he definitely perfectly fitting all the titles. Hello, Kirwa. How are you?
I'm fine.
Kasalama.
I'm looking forward to glowing.
Oh, thank you. Annie, I'm sorry. I've become so aggressive with you. But finally,
let's glow.
Here. Let's glow now.
Yeah. It's been a minute. She's been looking for me for a very long time. Today, here we are.
You've decided.
No, we
Time
had
to.
I'm a bit.
But God's time is always the best.
Yeah.
Let's be a little bit spiritual over there. So guys, yes, tutaanza kidogo. We have to take you way back. Because, calling you, I can tell you look bad.
Yeah.
I want to call you a big boy. You are a big boy. Yani, you have...
Small one. The others were bigger.
But still you are crazy.
No, the others were bigger.
I know the others, but still you're a big boy. At least, okay, you're in the
events industry.
In the events industry, you are a big boy.
Yeah.
So tell us, before that tufike kwa events, huyu Chris Kirwa, the legendary, mwenye sasa anajulikana, ana glow, ana glam, he has an amazing marriage. He has a very beautiful wife by the you guys. So before hata tufike sana kwa kuolewa, lazima ulizaliwa mahali. Where were you brought up? Ulizaliwa wapi?
So I was brought up in Nakuru, and I was the only child to my mom, late mom.
Yes.
Yeah, so school in Nakuru, and then due to an accident that she got, I could not proceed with education beyond Form 4. I had to stop to nurse her because she was in hospital for 1 year. So after 1 year now, we took her back shags. Then nikakuja na paper bag kutafuta pesa Nairobi. Please note, kutafuta pesa si kazi.
Wow. So, ebu ngoja.
Najua kuna difference.
I'm sorry, my dear. Yeah, there's a very big difference that shows you always had the business mind tangu kitambo.
Not really.
How
I was afraid.
I was afraid. For money?
I was afraid to be anybody who is on unemployment, and they will tell you, and maybe they are watching. There is the security of a job. Number two, not everybody can be self-employed. That's one thing we need to get clear. I remember meeting a CEO of a big bank, I won't mention, so you guys don't know who it is. And we were doing an event for him, and he told me, I'm very impressed with the way you guys are doing this event. Because me, I have severally tried to live, but it didn't work because every time I tried living, I failed miserably. But as a CEO for this company, I am able to run someone's, I've never said this anyway, I'm able to run someone's business better and get paid very well for it, but I cannot run my own business. Wow. So this is to guys who feel the pressure maybe you're so good in working within an organization and you're so good in it. And you feel the pressure of, oh, even me now, I want to go start my own company. Maybe you are not cut to start it. Because we've always pushed this narrative of, you have to have your own company.
Yeah.
That's not it. So there are two types of people. There are those who can actually go and do a startup and then run with it. And then there are those who are extremely very good within a startup and a bigger organization.
Yeah.
Yes, so.
All right, allow me to be a little bit sensitive over here.
Yeah.
You said you were the only kid
Yes.
and you were brought up by a single mom.
Yes.
So did your dad like run away or did he pass
No, he
on?
passed away too early when I was very young.
Okay.
So that's how then I think my mom decided she's not getting any more. So
For real?
Yeah.
Just to have all the attention on you.
yeah. I remember, I never even went to boarding school.
Oh.
So I don't know how it is. I hear guys speaking about boarding school. Me, I laugh. I don't know.
Yeah.
So me like a day scholar. So I don't know. You at in the baby box, Jewish, back to school, those things. Okay, I'm doing it for other people, but me, I'm not done.
Yeah. Were you like a mama's boy? Because I can imagine all your life you have that one best friend that you always go back to.
Not really. She didn't bembereza me. She was very harsh. She used to beat me vibaya sana. I think alinichapa mpaka class 7 huko. Akaona hiki kimekuwa kikubwa, so she reduced the beatings. But I was not an easy boy to handle. I was very mischievous. I was very doing things, climbing trees, falling head down. There's a day I was dancing around a well, a very deep well.
Oh,
so I'm dancing on it. I'm seeing everybody just, in slow-mo coming to where I am because they're afraid if they shout, I'll fall in.
Yeah.
So me, I'm just looking at them and laughing. I'm balancing with one leg.
How?
The time they grabbed me, I think I was beaten for 6 hours. And they sealed that well. I'd gone to visit my auntie in Eldoret. Okay, they used to ship me. When you're a toy, they send you like a parcel. So you sit in between the driver and this passenger. Then unakuwa dispatched. Then there's somebody waiting for you on the other side, then you're picked. So I used to call myself a parcel. So I was a parcel or something. So I'd gone to visit my aunties. And that's when I was doing all these funny things. I also fell from a tree.
Oh my God.
I remember my shingo going inside like this. I think I had and pulled it. So I think we did a lot of things when you were young. That's why I'm very hesitant to judge young guys with the things they are doing because we also did a share of funny stuff when we were growing up.
Okay, sasa umesema ulichapwa na kila mtu ama nilikuchapa auntie? Who bet you up?
Those days you used to be beaten by the village.
That's actually what I wanted to ask.
So even if somebody is passing, then they hear a beating, they walk in. What's happening? He did this. They also help. And it was normal.
Yeah.
Right now you touch somebody's kids like this.
Kwa jela kesho, haiko ni kesho.
The lawyer checks in.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's different. I think maybe that time we needed to be beaten. Maybe this time people need to listen more to the kids.
Do you think
we are in different era?
Introduced again? As in, do you think it was better? Which upbringing? Of course, they're all good.
I think.
But you prefer any way to your kids? For your kids?
Maybe a blend of it.
Okay.
I wouldn't go 100% zero cane, and I wouldn't go 100% cane. Yeah, kaslippers once in a while kata saidia mtu kukaa laini.
Do you chapa
Terrible too.
Do you chapa her? And then you guys are like this. Do you really chapa her?
Not really.
You don't? No, nasema. You're 100% no cane.
Never.
You've never beaten your daughter? So, wifey is the disciplinarian in the house?
Yeah.
You can say that. Utaki kujieka kwa mata.
She's harsher than me.
For real? Yeah. Though she looks easier than you.
No, but most of the time, if you have a daughter as a mom, you spoil her. If you have a boy, you discipline them, then the mother spoils them. So it goes like that.
It's always that balance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rarely will a dad beat a daughter. Ajui venye ataanza.
Yeah.
Kini boy, huyu jamaa anatufilm hapa, nampiga ngoto mbaya sana. But you will, cause I look at you, I go.
Aww.
Yeah, that's
but
very good.
Almost all dads are like that.
Yeah.
To their daughters.
Yeah.
So, there's a story that I would like you to tell these people because I'm sure not a lot of people know. Your mom passed away and you weren't around. Na hata ukujua, ulikuja kujua baadaye.
Can see you've done a little research on me. Yeah.
Not only, I always do my assignments. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, Ebu, tell, I'm sure I see when you walipata your story. So,
So,
actually happened?
I had gone, not for a long time, we schooled in Nakuru, so I hadn't gone shags.
Yeah.
So my mom realized, hey, this guy has stayed in town. I mean, Nakuru was very cosmopolitan. That's why I can speak fluent Kikuyu, fluent Kale, fluent English, fluent Swahili. As in, I can speak them, I can even MC in those 4 languages.
Ah, is that Kale?
Yeah, fluently.
Kirwa is Kikuyu or Kale?
Nandi.
Nandi. Can you speak that?
Yeah, I'm Nandi. Yeah.
Language?
Yeah, not speak, I can even write.
Oh, so you're a linguist, Kiplani.
Yeah, I learn quickly. If I land in Kisumu in 2 weeks, I'll be...
Good in Luo.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
I learn quickly.
Yeah.
So, I hadn't gone shags. So my mom was like, hey, this guy has to be in touch with the roots.
Yeah.
So that's how she dispatched me to go. So I went revisiting all relatives across Nandi County, Eldoret, Kapsabet, Kabiet, unaenda kwa huyu. Nilinona sana juu, you know, huko they feed you. You go, yeah, fed.
Hakuna kazi, wewe ni mgeni
fed,
kila
yeah, you're
mahali.
fed. So you eat like 5 times a day. Nilikuwa nimenona hivi.
Wow.
So during that time, kumbe she got an accident. But you see, there was no phones.
Yeah.
There was no way of reaching people. So she was in Osina Misiju. So when I came back, I had gotten a lot of money. Just unapewa pesa.
Yeah.
So I had like 2K those years, 20 years. It's a lot of money. I think the dollar by then was maybe 15 or 30 Kenya shillings. So you can imagine the value of 2K then. That was like 20.
You are balling.
And I think it was like 20K by the way. And 20K for a kid who just cleared fourth form. It's a lot of money. Even now. So when I came back now, I'm wondering the house is closed, she's not there.
Yeah.
My neighbors, wana whisper huko nje. Nobody wants to tell me. So now one of them boldly told me, now your mother got an accident. Tukampeleka hosi. And I was like, what? Yeah, so now we rushed to hospital. That was now the beginning of a very harrowing journey. Because when somebody stays in hosi for almost 6 months, 4 months in the ICU, people come to see them until they get tired.
Yes.
So, and that's what happened. People came, wakachoka. Those who were calling, called, wakachoka. So I was alone. So it's a very...
And you're still a young man.
Yeah, it's a very tough situation to be in. And now, when she's recovered kidogo, go shags for physio, nini. So now you know sasa lazima uanze maisha. Juu kuendelea na shule, yet nilikuwa nimepass. But you saw all money imeishia.
Kwa hosi.
Yeah. I mean, you stay hosi 1 year, how much money is that?
Na mko na hizi pesa wapi? Ama you guys were well off kidogo?
Not really. You are not well off. By the way, you are not well off.
Changa and all that.
Pesa tu changa kidogo, a little bit of compensation because she was paid. She got so, but you see unalipo ikienda hosi. So now nikakuja Nairobi na paper bag hivi.
Tutafuta pesa.
See job. There's gonna difference.
Oh, what? I'm trying to get now into your head up, sasa into that headspace.
You see,
you've already said about the security, of course.
you see, you and your team here. If you're going out to look for a job, you might not get it. But if you're going to look for money, you will get. So even if your value per production is worth 50K and you get 10K, you'll say to fund. That is now looking for money,
Yes.
not looking for job. So that's the difference.
Yeah.
And most people that look for money succeed faster
Yeah.
than the person looking for a job. Because you're looking for an ideal job. I think it's a friend of mine who says, no salary is worth my dreams. You understand?
Yeah.
Your dream is so high up there that nobody can actually pay you for your value, for your worth. So you do it because you have to do it to meet basic needs. But if you get a chance to be able to either go to another organization or start your own small startup, the idea for me when we were starting Kate Chris, when I quit the company I was in called EXP, I used to ask them, this salary you give me, when will you ever add me a zero?
Okay.
So I want you to picture, if you're earning 30K and somebody adds you a zero, that's 300K. If you're earning 30K and somebody adds you a zero, how much is that?
300.
Yeah. And if you're earning 300 and somebody adds
That's
you a
300.
zero, yes. Who will ever add you a zero?
No one. Ah.
Thank you. That's it.
All right, so already ushatwambia about the bringing and all that. Now let's come to the business part of it.
Yeah.
To the big boy part of it now.
Big boy, small boy.
A small
Still growing.
Small boy with a big God. Okay, so.
Yeah.
All right, so wait, did you ever fall into depression kwanza before you took your story upbringing?
Of course,
when
but
you lost your mom.
Of course, but I didn't know what depression is. So I had ulcers, nini, sleepless night. But you see, during those years, there was nothing like that. I couldn't even spell the word depression.
Ni stress too.
Saa mimi najua tu nimejam. I didn't know what depression is. A lot of people, by the way, a lot of people even right now, I'm sure, mtu ako kwa ghetto saa hizi ako depressed lakini hajui kama ni ushaisikia wasa wa ghetto wakidiscuss depression. Una discuss depression. Ni food utatafuta, ni kusurvive utasurvive, ni kupata the next meal ama unafikiria depression. Depression ni kusema. So those years was now harder. We didn't know these things. So definitely I was depressed. And I didn't know.
Who held your hand that time?
Nobody.
You went through it all.
Yeah, there was no one. There was no one. I mean, so I told you people, when you're in a certain condition for long, people forget.
True.
Yeah, so there wasn't, akukuwa ati na mtu alinishikilia mkono pase, no. People are busy also.
True.
Yeah, so. I didn't like my relatives for a very long time, but I came to forgive them. And I realized, you know, when you grow, you understand life better. It's like, let's say for a wedding, for example. If a friend of yours gets married today and they don't invite you to their wedding, you will hate them for a very long time.
Yeah.
But the day you do your own wedding, you will call everybody who you had beef with and forgive them because you will understand what it is to do a wedding and you will forget your most closest friend. It's crazy. Yeah, so that's the difference. So even me, when now I grew up, I realize, why am I blaming people?
Yeah.
They didn't have any obligation to help me.
So how did you get over it, basi? Sasa ndio
Sijui.
ikafika point yenye sasa you are now already
Niliendelea tu.
company and-
Ushasikia ile ukipigwa character development unaenda unaoga unaingia kwa soko.
Ulirudi soko very fast.
Nilirudi tu soko naanguka narudi soko. So I didn't know. Nile tu unajaribu soko isikusahau.
Yeah. Wow. So what was your first hustle? Jo umekuja kutafuta pesa, of course. What was the first thing that made you money? Ama atiko ku make money you tried out?
Nilikuwa nauza cassettes kwa M3 za South B at some point. Nikagundua naweza ongea better than. Na siogopi nikishika mic kuna venye naweza rhyme. So I started emceeing for food and transport. Juu sasa watu wanadu. Si sasa ukiniita kama hapo umenunulia lunch. Hey! Nakupigia hiyo job ya MC basi nimeshiba.
Piga
Alafu wao mnanipatia 50 bob niende.
the transport.
The transport ai.
Wow.
So I used to work for that. Then I realized every time I'm emceeing, the events are very disorganized. So nikaona ndio ni save nikuwe MC mnoma. So I'll volunteer and say, Makena, listen, I know you have an event or you're wedding, but I'm coming to volunteer to help plan it. But the idea is to plan it in such a way that it will make it easy for me to MC professionally.
Oh wow.
So what I didn't know is as I was teaching myself how to event manage.
Yeah.
I did that for almost 10 years.
Bila pesa zinile pesa proper.
Ai, pesa proper ndio kusema nini hapo. Funny money.
Yeah.
Then in the process nikagundua hey, watu wanataka video. Nikanunua VHS camera. I used to shoot with VHS. So mimi nisha film na VHS, nisha edit. Kini ni edit zile za tape nini, you know.
Yeah.
Neka graphics, unaenda kwa mtu anakueditia nini, you know. There are people who had invested in some of those vision mixing machines. It was not like what we are using now. This is a remote mic, nini, you know. Before we will have cables and all that. This is digital. You'll download. You can edit on your immediately after this, we can begin editing. Yeah. That one you used to finish. Yeah. You go book an editor.
Oh my God.
Then the editor, junior to your area na edit and ringa buyer. Nakwambia kujia next month. Oh so unaenda unaambia client, nipewa 1.5 months. Now you can shoot content, finish,
Upload it.
clean it, upload. Nowadays, your age, you do not want hard copy albums. You just want shamaliza picha zimeeditiwa niwekee link. Ndio hii.
Download the app.
Yeah. People are not doing albums anymore. But rather, a few 2-3 weddings I've attended, guys are not doing albums. So you know, maisha ilikuwa. So I was doing anything. Let's just say I was doing anything.
Yeah.
One day nikagundua naweza run restaurant. So I said,
Like umejaribu kila kitu in Nairobi.
yeah. And I ran it. But my running it was very interesting. So I was at some point I was in KBC.
Okay.
But now when I'm in KBC, okay, I went to KBC.
As an event, whatever.
No. I wanted to be a radio announcer, which I was.
Wow.
So in KBC, I went and I told those guys I can MC. I can do radio. So see, of course, they laughed. But I was very persistent until siku moja wakanikubalia niingie huko ndani. So I went to a department called, I think in media stations right now, on radio, it's called programming. So where maybe the guy choosing whatever content and talking notes that the presenter will use, kuna mtu anafanya hiyo. As we used to do everything. So you have what we call a log, it's manual.
Yeah.
So you're the one playing music, you're the one cueing the advert, you're the one deciding what you will play. There was no this is the music you need to play, except maybe Gioni, maybe there is Sundowner. Yeah, maybe such.
Yeah.
But most of the time it was free.
It
Where
wasn't as strict as right now.
unacheza ngoma unataka. But I didn't go to Radio Direct. I went to now this department that used to do that programming, which was manual. Naandika alafu naenda weka log hapo, so presenter ikuja anafungua najua this time supposed to play this advert hivyo hivyo. So when I'm going, I will go and sit in the studio and watch these guys. And something told me I can speak like these guys. So I started asking them, you know, researching. 1 year down the line, I was on radio.
Wow.
And how I ended up on radio was funny. Because the presenter or the host, okay, we used to call ourselves presenters, that was supposed to relieve the guy who was there, arrived late. Or not, didn't arrive. This one who was there told me, you know, there were no phones. Weka hapa nani akikuja atakuja kuendelea. Hii ni nini imeweka ni 1 hour. So there was a program of 1 hour.
Yeah.
Then that person didn't turn up. Si mimi ndio huyo hapa. Kama mic on bwana.
Can give it your all.
Kiingereza nilikuwa najua hizo miaka zote ikaisha. I started sweating. Nika switch off. So the guy in a place called Central Apparatus Room Rush. I mean, you know, hakuna kitu iko on air, you know, for radio to be off those days. Nafikiri ni cool. State House watapiga. I mean, it was the only radio station.
KBC ilikuwa.
It was the only one.
Okay.
By the time I was joining, it was KBC. But it was the only one. We didn't have all these other radio stations. We didn't have you guys. So, the guy and you have to talk. So, nikaeka mara ya pili, Kiingereza ilitoka. Niliingia kwa roster hivi.
For real.
Niliingia kwa roster hivi, mimi sijui KMC, mimi sijuagi ni kusema nini. Nikaenda.
Unajua nilisomea huko.
Mimi sikuenda KMC.
The grades.
Mimi sikuenda KMC. So, I ended up being top.
How long did you work in radio now?
1 year nikatupwa nje wivu. Unajua KBC ilikuwa na wivu mob sana. So somebody kicked me out. Now I can speak about it, but it was very painful.
Yeah, I know.
I felt it. I was very pissed because I was good.
Ulikuwa shaipia your all.
No, I was good. Hiyo siwezi kudanganya. You know my research, and I know when kisema hivi watu wanasema najisifu, but it's true, I was good. I used to research. I used to listen to radio stations in Britain. Yeah. But because it was not digital, at the online, there was no online. Yeah. So I used to send people, they record
for you
on tape. Yeah. And then I come and listen. Then I pick notes. Then I went and, then I speak like that. I'll buy magazines or billboards. They used to be called billboard. It was, you know, haikuwa digital. Unajua kila kitu ilikuwa hard copy. Yeah. Then on muziki gani kuko nacheza, then I can change my voice by the way. When I'm emceeing, the voice I'm using now is different from when I'm emceeing. I can change it. I can modulate it too. Wow. So I learned all these things. Yeah, so I became very popular.
So katolewa. Siasa 1 2 3 ni nini?
Tribalism is bad. I was removed because I wasn't the right tribe.
For real?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay, it happened, so.
Yeah, it's like that. So I was thrown into TV, some place called Design.
Bado hujakuja hadi kwa events bado.
Now, wakati nimeingia saa
kwa designs.
Ndio saa nikaanza kuona. You know, the salary was funny. We used to be paid 9K.
9K?
Yeah, per month.
But kitambo,
which was not good. No, it wasn't a lot.
Kitambo?
No, it wasn't. My house was 5K, my DSTV was 5K.
So mshahara taisimamia anything hapo. Nasimamia nyumba and that's it.
But that was not a guarantee. Ulikuwa unaenda saa zingine unapata jamaa alichange jina yako akaweka jina ya mtu wake.
Huh?
No, those things were happening. You are called artists.
Ah.
So these things happened. I don't blame anybody by the way. Up to today,
It was
I
a
credit.
season and that's it.
Yeah, I credit KBC for teaching me what I'm. So when I'm in design, is when now I started getting attracted to being a DJ in a bar
You are also a DJ at all.
with
at
tapes. Yeah. I was DJing
Okay.
with tapes. Some place called Pipes, Pale Tomboya. Then at some point, I realized now I am good in entertainment. So I was head of entertainment, cam security for the club. So nilikuwa nimejenga si hivi, nilikuwa nimejenga kidogo.
Siku hizi uliacha ulizeka ukaacha kupiga gym.
Niliacha kwenda gym. Then I realized, wait, I can organize events after this wedding. So I was doing all these things. So I said, when somebody has brought an artist from out, I'll be the one now who will go and help organize it.
Yeah.
And then I'm good in PR, so I'll go and meet people who are already, guys like, there's a group called Live Gigs. So I'll go, they used to have the biggest sound, biggest lighting. They were the only guys. So I'll go and volunteer, sit with them. So they're teaching me. So I started learning the goodness. I'll learn about microphones, stuff like that, cabling, power, nini. Najifunza tu. So one day, KBC now wanted to launch the Metro TV. So Metro TV was a new station that was going to do entertainment only because what people don't know, your age group and the rest, is that there was a time KBC was the only station, mama na baba, and ilikuwa inafanya sijui politics, choirs, stuff like that. There was no proper entertainment casa where you can have a whole station just dedicated to entertainment.
Movies like Jackie Chan.
Yeah. So now we started. So we guys were the dream team.
Yeah.
The who is who.
Hey.
Watu wamerekrutiwa. Hata waitwi majina. I remember kuna jamaa alikuwa anaitwa Karaoke Thige, badala ya kuitwa hivi anaitwa KT. Mimi nilikuwa naitwa CK. As in, it was to change the mentality of KBC from the old school to now attract the young age, which worked. Because we had good, but it didn't survive for long. So I was the head of events. Yeah. So I managed to do the event, managed to do the first live event. Actually, the first time TV station Kenya kwenda live, that entertainment and si prezi ama ball was us.
Your team now.
Yes, me now and the team.
Mr. Pioneer. Aye.
Yeah. And I was emceeing.
Wow. You
Live.
organized and emceed live.
Then I collapsed live on TV.
Why? What happened?
I had not eaten for 3 days. So even here when I arrived, I told you guys to eat.
Otherwise, ungejibu.
Me, I live to eat.
Nakwambia tumekula.
Sijui kama umeshika. I
You
live.
don't eat to eat.
No.
You live
I live to eat.
Okay.
Food ni important.
Lakini mwili inakubetray.
Saa unatembea inaisha.
Inakubetray. Anyway.
Okay, like now I've eaten like now, so I won't eat in the evening. That's how I maintain.
Oh, okay.
But food is very important in our career. So even our guys in the company know.
So ulikuwa na MC and then ukacollapse.
Live.
Entertainment hizo.
Sasa wakanipeleka OC. Wakaenda wakacheki, wakauliza watu wamenipeleka mseni aje. When was the last time he ate? Wakagundua ni 3 days. So I was given glucose. Nikarudi kuendelea.
Siku hizi ungekuwa mimi. Ingekuwa hiyo time sahihi.
You know the beauty about it those years. There was no phone.
Yeah.
Cameras, hata mtu alipiga sijui ataenda kudevelop saa ngapi, those things. Yeah.
Aya, so ukamaliza saa TV kwa radio umeanza ku MC. So when did you now come to establish your own kwanza before time mfanye critic?
So I used to have a company called WCK Productions. So WCK Productions was now the company that I originally started before I met Kate.
Yeah.
So that's the one I was running with. So I registered nini. So that's the one ungesikia tu WCK Productions. Kila mahali tu.
Oh, ulikuwa bado umetambaa
ilikuwa check hata na website ingine I think the best in Kenya.
Wow.
And I couldn't afford to pay, so the guy who developed it akaingoa.
Kwa serious?
It was the best. It was the best, baby.
Has he ever tried coming back kuambia acha nikunde yake Chris?
No. We have a website. We got a young guy to develop.
Yeah.
Whatever I have now doesn't beat what we had created that time. I think I was ahead of time. I had researched. You remember the DSTV I was having?
Yeah.
Was for researching events and seeing the world beyond KBC. So that was my idea.
Yes.
I wanted to see the world beyond KBC. So that was it. So for me, it's learning. Like now we shoot content with phone,
Yeah.
but I've never gone to a production school per se,
Yeah.
but I will shoot and edit and I know what I'm doing
Yes.
by just watching. So I became self-taught. A lot of things that I know mean is self-taught.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing else.
Aya, sasa ulitoa wapi funds ama did you start with?
So I didn't directly start Kate Chris. When I was working for Rangers Restaurant.
Yes.
I
Oh,
was
restaurant.
Yes.
Kama event organizer ama kama nani?
Head of marketing, PR, event. Sometimes I'll go to the kitchen and come and help. Anyway, you do everything in a restaurant sometimes. Kuna time inafikanga unasikia na swim. So swim means there is so much you can't cope. So you know when there is so much water, inabidi you swim
Yes.
usisink. So ukisikia kwa restaurant mtu akisema tuna swim, it means
Inasaidia na
there are
nyinyi.
more clients than the staff that can serve them. So when during that time, EABL were launching the Tusker cans.
Yes.
No, there were no cans. Beer ilikuwa kwa chupa. So sasa can imekam. So it was being launched in Rangers. But now because I love events, naenda nasaidia, napeana ideas. Kumbe hii agency inafanya inaitwa EXP wanani watch tu. And then the country manager then knew me. Kidogo jina ilikuwa imeenea, msana chapaga na events. Yeah, celebu wa gazeti. Unajua kukuwa na digital hii yetu.
Of course, but unajulikana bado.
Hey, ukiwekwa pal sijui wapi. Hey, Nation, kuna time nimeapia Nation full page. Pulse full page, yeah, several times, yeah. Kuna watu mpaka sasa nikienda kwao wameiframe wanaenda kwa hall. Nilikuwa famous ba.
Damn, okay.
Yeah, it was good.
Okay, big boy. And then
it was big. It was big to be in paper. Hata kapicha kadogo hivi.
Umeomoka wewe, umeomoka.
Mlango inafunguka. Anywhere. So
They spotted you.
So akaniita, akaniambia there is a job for operations. So I asked, what do you guys do? I said experiential. I asked what is experiential. He said, just come and see. So I went. I listened. I wasn't interested. I was happy in the restaurant I was working.
Yeah.
But they kept insisting. Lastly nikaenda nikawasikiza. Then that restaurant that time, I was now tired because things were not going the way I wanted. So these guys, when they came knocking, it was easier for me to get out. So I went and consulted with my friend, Kate then, as my girlfriend. I want to move, akanambia, afikiri utoke. So nikaenda nika sign contracts. Then I asked them, so how do I learn this experiential story? Because me, I've never done it. I know events. I said, okay, we will include you in some. So I said, how many countries are you in? They said 17.
Wow.
So they asked me between South Africa and Nigeria, where do you want to go? I said Nigeria. And the reason why I chose Nigeria, because even you, if you ever get time and you're given an option between going to Nigeria and South Africa, I suggest go to Nigeria.
Well,
Yes.
okay.
South Africa is more like Europe. But if you want to learn both extremes, from chini to high end,
Yes.
go to Nigeria. Those guys, I saw the first LED screen in Nigeria. It took 5-6 years for it to land in Kenya.
Wallahi.
Those guys were ahead. Red carpet, you see the whole of this place we are. Those guys can do a quarter acre or more
Of red carpet.
of red carpet. See yetu tunakaga ulimi kama nika
Ya
ulimi ya
kutembea
paka.
hivi.
No, red carpet is everywhere.
Wow.
Then in between unaweka to platform. So you have this production unit. So guys are just being interviewed differently.
Yes.
So as in,
Si ile ya kuja kupangania Chris.
na hiyo carpet ni mpya imetoka factory.
For real.
Si ya kuhaya.
Pa events.
I'm telling you what I saw 10 years ago.
Yes. Sasa hiyo wapi basi? Okay. Sawa.
Hata si 10. 2008 to now, that's like 12 years, yeah? No, 12 or 14. 2008
Yeah, that's
to
almost.
14 years, huh?
Yes.
Yes.
14, yeah.
So you can imagine where they were. Then they had a music, unajua hii Sound City unasikiaga radio. So they had Sound City Music Awards. That's the first time I saw music awards in Nigeria. Wow.
Lakini Kenya tuko nyuma.
Wow.
Tulikuwa nyuma.
The eve of the day of the award ceremony, there is a show by all the guys who've been nominated, sold out a month in advance. The list of the tickets is 15K. Sold out.
You?
Yes. Hii award ceremony ticket ni karibu huko 20-25,000. Sold out. Kenya shillings equivalent. 14 years ago. So the thing is, them, they are so passionate about entertainment, about style. I met a friend when I went, you know, I'm the winner of the most professional male MC Africa.
Yeah, woo!
So I met a Nigerian.
Yes.
This chick also had come and she won. She told us in Nigeria, someone can see a gig, someone's gig, lakini hujawa invite. Ataenda ajue color scheme ya nguo, aenda apime. Aenda afanye photoshoot noma sana.
Ajike kwa posta.
A poster semekwa yako kwa hiyo event na amespend 300k. Are you hearing the level of showbiz?
Yes.
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 Yes. And then they pay. It's for paying, yeah. If you're doing makeup, unapata unalipa 200 per session. Okay. See, 2000. That's it. So the industry is up there, and those guys are many.
Yes.
When I was there, there were 180 million. So you can imagine within nini wameongezeka karibu so.
Of course. And they're doing amazing. Tunaona wasanii wao tu wanashinda kuja Kenya.
No, they push the agenda sana. They push, and a Nigerian will come here and take over. You guys won't talk at wako hivyo ni. But you know, in the world, that's what you need. Yeah. If you're timid kidogo, kuna mahali tena.
Lakini before tutoke hapo kwa Nigerians and events na ku embrace the entertainment scene, I would like you to tell us history ya ku cancel events, especially last minute. Tumeona kama hii ya Buju. You saw the posters. It was really hyped, you know, the event organizers walikuwa wameplan, but then last minute kila mtu ashalipa kila kitu and that's it. Inakansoliwa. What you take as an event organizer, as their father or among the fathers of event organizers in Kenya?
You know, everybody is on a learning curve, so I can't blame them because I don't know the reasons why they cancelled. But basically, by the time you are going to announce that you're going to do this particular event, you need to have locked the artist, locked venues, locked your maybe sponsorship, locked your suppliers, you know. Locked meaning you paid. So sometimes maybe you hadn't locked that particular artist, or it can be the funding you are expecting didn't come in time.
Yeah, sorry.
You know that can happen.
Yeah.
So I don't know the reasons why. So the cancellation, I cannot say that there are so many cancellations. We've also had good concerts. So it depends. For me, it's individual to individual. How are you handling whatever you're handling? Yeah. So for us, of course, by the time we are maybe going out to announce we are doing event X, even if we are being hired to do it, we ask these relevant questions, do a background check kidogo of you to know if you are legit.
Yes.
And so most of the time we might not necessarily work with you because maybe we don't think you are legit. Yeah, so ni experience tu na ku make sure. You see, if I want you guys to come and cover the event, and I talk to you, then I go quiet for 1 month, 2 days to I call you. Ni aje, Makena, manze unakumbuka ile event. Sasa ni aje mna come? Kwani you are just sitting there waiting for me. You're already in Mombasa or somewhere. You may be out of the country. So there is that. Yeah.
Constant communication.
Yes, well. and locking and committing someone and with money and contract and giving somebody up.
Does it mean compare pesa yote?
Not really. Okay. But most of them will ask for advance payments.
Yes.
Yeah.
So apatie tu.
Yeah, itabidi too sometimes. There's an artist we gave money and paid for tickets.
Yeah. Well, in Nigeria.
Yes. Then 2 days to we are calling her to ask her, so you guys, we are picking you guys from the airport on Friday, on Thursday. There was silence. I asked what's up. They said, oh, Oga, we are sorry, we are in South Africa. Can you send fresh tickets? So my clients had to cough another 1 million worth of tickets.
Oh my God.
Because now 2 things. You've already hyped.
Yes.
Everywhere. You've set up even. As you know, we set up way in advance.
Oh my God.
So as I was telling them, call this person so we know if she's coming for the rehearsals on this day.
Yeah.
Discover the guys are going to SA. So now you have to rebook tickets.
Yeah.
Because there is no other to me tickets. There's Nigeria. The guys are in Cape Town.
Have you had moments like those? Umefanya event, umeplan, umehype, and then flip ikabidi umecancel. Have you cancelled any event yourself?
Not really.
Get Chris ama as
Not really.
kitambo?
Not really.
Any secrets? Maybe you can give us like a secret of how, besides the locking and all that, how you've managed to remain consistent, relevant, you know, through all these years, because it's not been a minute anyway.
You see, an event is about people's emotions.
Yes.
And it starts with the people that you work with, it starts with the partners, it starts with the sponsors, and finally it's the fans that are coming. So what is that emotional connection? What is the teamwork like? What is the spirit? Are you respectable? Are you a man of your word, a lady of your word? If today I told you we'll come and shoot this, then I don't turn up, now you'll be thinking you've already committed this place. So it's all those small things. And then also being on top of the game. Me, when I'm managing an event, I know everything.
Yeah.
So sometimes you see when I post on my day, I'll say I'm a jack of all trades and almost an expert in all.
Yeah.
Because I can understand what's happening here. You remember even when you're placing the mic, I was telling you the mic should be where it is, because I'm facing you, so it's speaking. Someone else will put the mic here.
And look at me.
And I look at you. So those things, is for me, I go for those small things. Safety and security is the biggest checklist in our company. Food and alcohol is a priority of someone else.
Yeah.
So the turnout for those two events will be different. For us, we know once you do safety and security and it's top, everything else falls under that. So, and then involve people. People book a venue, they don't tell them what they will do. And then they rock up one day, then they find another setup. Because you didn't bother telling those guys when you're coming. People don't know that you need to rehearse. People think concerts happen. People don't know that you need a proper backstage. In the backstage, you need certain things. They don't care. The artist gives you a technical rider. Technical rider is a list of the equipment and AV, audiovisual, that they want on stage. Then you don't provide that. And then these artists, you tell some of them come for rehearsal on a particular day, they don't turn up. But they want to come perform. So the show is bad. Technomiles did that. Chaos. Yeah. Yeah. Technomiles never rehearsed. He refused to leave the room. He refused to even go for, even the places alikuwa amelipwa money to turn up at Big Square.
Music clubs and all that.
No, this one was Big Square. It was during the elections when Githeri man alikuwa amewaka hivi. No, you're managing Githeri man at some point in my life. So, he didn't turn up. At 3 a.m., Diana turn up and he expects to sync with a band. Then he's blaming the band, he's blaming DJ Cream.
Everyone.
Me, I'm sitting there, I'm looking at this guy, I'm thinking, you didn't even turn up for paid up appearances in a restaurant. So, all that professionalism, kama kila mtu akiwa hivyo, how will you have a good event?
Yeah.
But outside there, you find people are very committed to what they're doing. If I'm a sound man, if I'm a cameraman, if I'm a stage person, if I'm a props person, if I'm a host, if I'm the guy in charge of lighting, catering, security, safety, cleanup. Like now me, I'll go and sit with my guys who clean up washrooms because they're part of the team.
Yeah.
And most event managers probably wouldn't have time to be dealing with a toilet guy. But if that toilet is shitty, it doesn't matter how good the event is on this side.
True.
So you have to be a team leader and understand what everybody is doing. And the key thing, provide an enabling environment for the professionals you brought on board to excel.
Yeah.
And you can only do that if you understand them better than they probably even understand themselves.
Yeah. Alafu kuna watu ukuita mtiaji jamani, just because you're strict with time, you know, with your money.
Yeah.
Kuna watu ukuita mtiaji, si ndio?
Yeah. People find us to be a bit strict on that, which is fine. I don't care. If we say we meet at 9, you come at 9:05, I have moved.
The way you did to Kate Chris, to Kate. This life, hey, you need the suffer. You know the suffer. Hey, you were saying? Sorry.
You know, Kate was doing exams. Okay, let me tell you the story she's trying to say here. So Kate, she was auditioning for Samantha. Then the day she was supposed to turn up at 2, she didn't turn up.
Yeah.
So I picked up my phone and told her, why didn't you turn up? She tried saying, and I told her, listen, you cannot waste my credit and my time. So don't bother coming back. But she came back, she apologized, I was doing exams. So I looked at her, I said, okay.
But are you sure
No.
often you had like an eye to
No. She has colleagues. They were like 16. They will tell you I was harsh with all of them. There is one who parents had already booked a holiday to go to Egypt, and I told her, if you miss shauri yako. She came with her friend and pleaded. So I told her, from today I'll call you Egypt. To date,
You call her Egypt.
almost 15 years later, her nickname is Egypt because she left my event. So I was harsh.
Yeah.
I used to do shows in Samantha, and we'll do a 1 o'clock show, we'll do a 4 and do an 8, starting on time and ending on time. So this thing didn't start Jana, it started way back. So it's up to you to decide what you're doing.
Yeah.
How can you tell Kenyans this event will start at 10, at 2 o'clock haijaanza, at 3 o'clock haijaanza? You've heard of those kind of events.
Kwanza za wasanii, you have experience. How do you deal? Me, I'm trying to understand your personality, not your personality, your discipline, your level of discipline. Na sisi honestly, say tunachomea anyone. Wasanii wa Kenya tunawajua. Nitasema na perform 3, lakini mtaingia stage 6. You know what I mean? How do you, as an event planner?
We brief them in advance. We tell them.
How do you handle
Well, there are some who've come and we've thrown them out of stage or move on. I always tell somebody, we are not ready to move on stage. I remember this one, I will say, we had a concert. There was a Tanzanian artist, there was a Kenyan artist, and they were arguing about who will go on stage first.
Yeah.
So I'm telling them, guys, you need to go on stage. Everybody is saying they are not going because this one doesn't feel like, if I go fast, I look like I'm curtain raising for this one.
Oh, yeah.
So me, I'm telling you, guys, go on stage. I said, we are wasting time. So I call my crow, not my crow, it's called Samido.
Yeah.
So Samido ni aje?
Samido
You know Samido yana complication.
Yeah.
He comes with him,
And
guitar,
ready.
na drama. So there are two. So you don't have a lot of technical riders. I told the guy, drama panda juu. And the idea was, if Samido, if the artist who, and I'm not just saying Samido, the artist who they perform before you and you try come, they've already finished.
Yeah.
Let's just be real.
Sure.
So if Samido had performed before those two guys, things so they jumped on stage before Samido. So sometimes you have to, I'll tell you, I will urge you, I will inform you, I'll talk to your manager, I will share the program way ahead.
Useme ni wewe ume.
Yeah.
Cause,
Then unapigia mtu anakuambia ali miss flight.
Ayo.
Sasa
Sasa na how do you deal now with the fans? You know, just sasa the backlash will come to the event organizers. You know, it's not your fault, ni fault ya msanii, but
it's hard to, you see once you invest, you take the blame, but then you blacklist that guy.
What's the most amount of money you spend on a certain event?
Even our ceremony, we spend, I think 300,000. And then the event collapsed and died.
Ikakunywa maji tu hivyo.
Yeah. Then there is a Valentine event.
Yes.
We tried doing. And we are targeting 100 people.
Yeah.
The only guys who paid were 15.
Yeah.
And the sponsors who are 7. So we paid everybody, and then kitu tulitoka na hapo ni fuel voucher.
Oh my God.
Ya 2,500.
Oh my God.
Patia ketu moja, nikajipatia moja. Kenda tukafuel. And we had spent crazy money.
For real?
Since that day, nilisema sitaifanya event ya Valentine.
Umeacha, you give up, you step down.
Kenyans are not, either you are not real romantic or I don't know what other. Amuku kuja. And then for
Did you
that
market
event,
well?
yes, that event, yes, we had full page newspaper ads. 12.
Filipia pia.
12, no, it was sponsorship we had gotten.
Oh my God.
We had vouchers from DSTV, I think from Vivo Kenya wapi. So unakuja, tunakupatia fuel voucher ya 2.5. Lakini ulikuwa umelipa 10K.
Yeah.
Tunakupatia holiday, I had holiday nini. So hizo vitu zote sisi tumewapatia sisi.
Wow.
Because we just targeted,
Yeah.
we had 100 guys paying 10,000 each. That would have been maybe $1 million.
Yes.
The people who paid were 15.
Oh my God. So mmeenda loss na loss.
Buyer.
Haya. And one thing with you never give up. Kudos to that.
Hey, kuna sehemu zingine inabidi una give up.
Una give up. There's a time that comes you're like, hey bro.
How you give up? Like now trying to organize a Valentine event.
You just
The only one we did, which was successful, He's a friend of mine called Philip Ogola. Came with an idea and they said, let's do the day of Valentine. Let's get people to donate blood.
Yeah.
And it worked. So I went to KCC. Nana came on board. She called the ministry. So we had a lot of people. The CSS came. Army people came. So on Valentine's Day, the biggest love was donate blood.
Yeah.
That was the most successful.
Yeah.
No money, but it was successful.
Yes.
Lakini the commercial ones.
You're done. It's in a kunya maji proper. So we are going to call Kate here. She's going to come and tell us the story, the love story, you guys. And the
so don't ask me about it.
No, I'm only going to ask you one.
Okay.
The feeling.
The feeling.
Ya kulengwa mara tatu. The feeling.
You've done a lot of research, man.
Alilengwa mara tatu na dem anapenda. Yani na seto ana date.
Ali bounce.
Ana bounce mara tatu.
Lunch.
And you still held on. I want your patience, your charisma, your, I don't know what to call it.
No, she was different. She was different from everybody else. She was quiet, she was focused. So nikaona, na pia alikuwa nishapigwa character development. So nilikuwa nataka mtu naona huyu si mbaya. So I remember she bounced 3 times. The 4th time she appeared now. Hey, I called all my friends everywhere.
Oh, yes.
Including my landlord.
Unaweza funga nyumba niko na mapenzi sasa.
My landlord owned a restaurant. It's called Kosewe then. Hapo tao.
Kosewe?
Yeah, Kosewe was my landlord. Yes. Yeah, now as we are in town. So he came, he sponsored lunch. Because I had spent 3 times fish, which she didn't turn up. You, Kate, you didn't turn up. So, ilikuwa hivyo. The 2nd date after that, I flew her to Mombasa.
Kujiprove.
Aish.
The money.
Si lazima uweke levels.
Standards, man.
Yeah.
And look at you guys. Atakuja explain, by the way, girl to girl talk. We have to have this one, honestly.
Mimi ndio nilimpandisha ndege the first time.
You're the first person nilimpandisha Kate. Yes.
Na honeymoon nikampeleka 3 places.
Mombasa.
South. Tulianza hapa Nairobi. Diani. Of all places nilimpeleka Mauritius.
Ooh, Lens, bro, Lens. Like it is
2013.
Mka fight on your way to the honeymoon, bro. How do you get married and then when you're just going to make your own babies peacefully and happily?
Let me tell you. A lot of marriages can break within 7 days of it happening. There's so much stress, guys, because you've spent emotionally tired, financially drained. Something small can spark. There are people who've actually broken up. Yeah, there are people who've broken up and honeymoon because it's a pressure. So you can't blame anybody.
Yeah.
So what we advise people is that once your wedding is over, don't discuss it. Don't say, nani hakufanya maua poa? Sijui food. Do you know people don't care? People come to your wedding at 6 o'clock, they've gone.
Yeah.
They don't even want to call you. Wewe hapo uko hapo umeng'ang'ana sijui nini. People don't care.
Yeah.
But we didn't know much. Okay, at least we had gone marital counseling. But when we reached Mombasa now, we realized, really, do we really need to keep on fighting? No. We enjoyed our honeymoon.
Tuambie sasa hiyo story ya kuamka, kutupea pressure ya time by 9 uko hapa 9:59. That one you okay talking about?
Yeah, we can speak about that. I think for us, something probably you haven't said it anywhere, is our wedding was a launch of our company.
Really?
Yes. So we were doing excellence in our own event because, the truth between me and you, I did an event, Kate came to get married in it. I don't know whether you get the difference. Even the suppliers are telling her, watch out, this guy, when you tunamwona an event anafanya.
For real?
Yeah.
Anafanya research.
I had lighting.
Experiments.
And he'll tell you, him is a camera person. I had lighting in our own tent. You see, most weddings, probably nowadays, they do, as we had TV lighting in the wedding.
Okay.
You know what I mean by TV lighting?
Yes.
Real TV lighting.
Yes.
Yeah? We had, I can see he's putting lights. So
Kwanza bebe kudim.
yeah, it's dimming. We had background, yeah. Tulikuwa na background lighting. So ukishika camera hivi, ukishika tu camera hivi, you didn't need to struggle. You didn't need to use a flash. You understand what it is not to use a flash?
Yes.
Yeah. So for us, it was excellence. We needed excellence.
Yes.
We needed some serious excellence.
So your wedding was more of an experiment of
Yes, yeah.
the launch of the company.
I mean, we were live streaming.
Yes.
In 2013, we were live streaming our wedding.
You live streamed your wedding?
Yeah, on Twitter.
Ooh, Lens!
Yeah, we live streamed because my other nephews and nieces, I'm very close to my nephews and nieces, were watching from abroad.
Oh.
And so they needed to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had an LED screen.
Ay, jamani.
So we were just, the whole place was carpeted in red, you know, stuff like that. So, see, and then we didn't like flowers. Tulikuwa na maua chache sana.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then everybody had a seat number. You
Makena,
come, you know,
number
yeah, you knew 1 month in advance. And then
So it was
every week for 2 months, somebody was calling you to remind you, the wedding will start at this time, and please keep time, and your seat number is this.
Ay, jamani.
So you knew you're coming on table number 2, seat number.
So get crashers kama mimi atonge kubalika huko.
We had 6 apiece, get crashers wapi? 6 apiece, 12 guards, 8 ushers. There was nothing like get crashing. Everything was.
Na nyinyi wase mlifika kwa nini before at time? Before your time yenyewe.
You see, I posted the other time when I was RIP, Moi Kibaki, how that funeral has been, you know, precision is military.
Yes.
See. If that funeral was being handled by political class, chaos tupu. And you've seen, where ushaenda zile, you know, mazishi zinahandoliwa, kila mtu anataka kuongea, yeah. Hii umeona, it's military.
Yes.
Those guys say it's 10 o'clock, it's 10. I remember we were doing an event in Kasarani, and then we had agreed, them they will be coming to rehearse at 10, Army.
Yes.
So sisi tuko huku, mara story, watu, nini. Them unasikia tu 9:59, unasikia wanaanza kurehearse.
Yes.
Kama walisema watamaliza midday wanamaliza na wanaishia wanawacha hapo. Every day for 5 days.
Wale.
They used to start at 10 sharp, you finish at midday and go. Nyinyi mko hapo, sijui meeting,
Story.
mkunywe chai, sijui bana ikai poa to change. Supply fulani amekwama Thika Road. So it's possible to do these things.
Yes.
But, and that's why I say, we are not, okay, you can have the investment, you can have the resources to put up an event, but please get a professional. The same way you can't call your cousin to sing, why do you attempt to be an event manager?
Have you had like a collaboration with other event organizers? Kama Big Ted, collaborate mkafanya events?
Way back, we did, way back. You know, we started all of us within that time.
Yes.
So there's a time Gregory Isaac was brought into the country.
Oh,
And we guys at Metro TV were doing live, but I was also part of the organization. Now Gregory Isaac arrived, and this is a very interesting story. For those who've heard this story, I know you will laugh again. So normally, an artist will come with his band. And the band can be guitarists, keyboard, BGVs, you know, background vocalists.
Yeah.
So the dude land, we go to the airport to pick him. The guy alights, so I asked him, where is the rest of the people? He said, Bamba clad, they missed the flight.
Oh, yeah.
So reggae fans were book kani karibu 20,000.
My God.
This dude has arrived without a band.
Lazima bombo class too.
What do you do?
I don't know. I freak, me as a freeze, honestly.
That's what makes the event manager. So we sat down, we discussed. You know what we did? We decided we'll create a band.
Oh, okay.
So we went and got him a band. You know, most of these bands that do playback music
Yes.
or do covers for other artists, they're very good. They are just artists like them. Ile tu labda hawajaipata opportunity. So we got a band. Gregory Isaac rehearsed with those people from the time he landed to the following day at midday.
They don't.
Then we didn't want people to know that that's not a Jamaican band. So we dressed them in Jamaican clothes, fake rastas. Then we told them Kiswahili nil by mouth. Ukiulizwa kitu nasema bamba clat mother Africa nini nini. We ended up in Kani. And the guy performed. Gregory Isaac performed. You know that guy had
That
like
was a success.
success ile noma. Yeah. And nobody knew to date.
For real? You're the ones to know who revealed the
Yeah,
secret.
squeezing ndio tunaongeaga. You know, after several time you declassify
Yes.
hidden.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, so as an events person, when you are hit with a crisis as the lead person, you're supposed to think on your feet. You're supposed to have clear solutions, quick, fast-paced. So even the movie me I watch, I will watch things like Designated Survivor. You know,
Yes.
because it teaches me to think crisis after crisis after crisis after crisis. So me, I'll not watch sijui
Love is blind.
love.
Mimi
I
napenda,
can't.
ndo maana nimetaja.
I can't.
Yeah.
Nitachoka akili.
It's already, you're being fed everything.
Nataka kitu yani ikiendelea pia mi nafikiria kutendaje. Plot twist, unajua?
Yes.
And trust me, events is a plot twist. Yeah. Yeah, events.
Aya, biggest assumption people have about you.
That I'm very rude or arrogant. I'm not. I'm just strict. There's a difference. So I'll not joke. Even when you come to my page and do funny comments, I'll run you out of town very fast.
Nitaenda kesho ni comment ujinga.
I know you, so I won't do that.
Okay.
But there are people who will just come and say funny stuff. I don't have time for that. Because I do, you know, there was a time guys are like, oh, you're all over people's posts. The people I go to are people I know is someone like you.
Yes.
So if I comment on your post, the next minute I'm commenting on MCJ's, next minute I'm commenting on Churchill. Those are, I mean, me na Churchill, you were in KBC doing kisulisuli. Tukitembea mguu. So I know him.
Yes.
So if I go and crack a joke there, you think I'm just cracking a joke.
But
I'm not a fan of Mwalimu. He's my friend.
It's an inside joke.
Yeah, it's an inside joke. So if I go and crack a joke on Kali, I know him and I respect him.
Yes.
If I crack a joke on Caroline Mutoko, for example, it's someone I know. In fact, there's something I need to say about Caroline. She's one of the best MCs there is, by the way. Most disciplined, most humble. Yet, you might think Caroline is Mkali. She's not.
Yes.
I've worked with her. And today I posted on her post. And I said, what you guys don't know about Caroline is, the day we did a show with her, I had arranged a place for her to sit as VIP. She came and told me, no, Chris, I'm not sitting as VIP. I'm crew. Where does your crew sit?
Aww.
Do you know then, Carol's, you know Caroline
She
Mutonga.
is.
She
Hey.
stayed. So, she told me, let's go backstage. Alienda kakalia crate.
Aww.
Hapo nyuma tu anapiga story na
Wasi wengine.
wase wengine. Saa job ikifika anakuja namuita, anakuja na MC. Will you know that's her?
Of course not.
Yeah, so but there are people who will think she's arrogant,
Yeah.
she's rude. No, she's just doesn't take nonsense. There's a difference.
What's the best event you've emceed so far? Of course, you've emceed in a lot of them. The yenye uli enjoy the crowd, you know, of course the crowd also matters. Maybe the environment ndio ilikubamba zaidi, ulikuwa like, sijifika Sarova, nimefika Sarova, you know. What's the best event?
I think I try and make, you see, I can't say there is one that is better than the other because I don't recycle jokes. I don't try and replicate what I did on the other side.
Yeah.
I'll land early, that's why I go early,
Yes.
and interact with people. And the jokes I'll create and hit is about that particular event. So maybe I can say the Vivophone launch, which I did a media event launch, which means I have to speak to you guys of the media differently, and then the clients, which are the distributors. You know, you can't do the same.
Yeah.
The distributors are CEOs of companies, Nini, they are well-traveled. So what are you saying? The journalists are what haven't they seen? They've been to all events. So what are you telling them?
Yes.
So yeah, so that was a very good event because I did 2 emceeing, one morning, one evening, and they were happy.
Yeah. Most embarrassing stories in event organizing, because those you can cover them up. In emceeing, uko on stage. Besides your faint, of course. Most embarrassing. Especially say when people really know you now, you're a brand. Most embarrassing sasa emceeing moment umekuwa nayo.
Apart from hiyo kuanguka, I've never. After that I learned and then I researched a lot, so I've never had any.
Ujenda dry on jokes?
Never. Like I told you, I don't recycle.
Yeah.
There are events, by the way, that don't need jokes. You run it. And people remember you for the professionalism and timekeeping. When I'm doing a corporate event, maybe a seminar for 5 days, I'm as happy as I'm in a concert.
Yeah.
No, concert is one off. Rarely have we done concerts that go beyond 2 days.
Yeah.
But a conference can go for 5 days with different activities, nini, all those. So it's more stressful.
Yeah.
But the funny thing, 10,000 people and 100 people, the difference is the same. The 100 people can stress you more than the 10,000 people. You'll be safe.
Okay. So give us a parting shot, send love to your fans and family.
Guys, we've been here glowing. Thank you. Thanks to McKenna. Watch our YouTube channel, follow her, subscribe, share. Sounds like a normal thing, but it's important. Let's support creatives like her. She's young. She's been hunting me for this interview for a long time. I'd refused to give interviews for some time because I needed a break. During COVID, we did a lot of interviews. So I thought, what new am I telling, guys? But here we are. To everybody that supports us, thank you. To those who are always asking me about events, allow me to say this. Yes. I'm starting an online school soon to help you, teach you to understand events world, emceeing, safety and security, fashion. You know, I've done all those things, yeah? So get ready. I'll even come and tell her and then she will tell us. So thank you, guys. Kate, you're next in the YouTube.
Yeah, Kate. Kate Kirwa Aki.
Yeah.
Next week, maybe?
Yes.
All right. So you guys, as we upload this video, I think to upload Monday, right? So this week and next week, expect to see the missus and we'll listen to the woman's side version of the story of their love story. Of course, hajatupa yote, and nimeavoid your story ya Kate Chris, ndio yeye mwenyewe akuja tupe, because I want her to be like a brand.
She's the one who started it.
I know, so acha kuja ende CEO, when the COO.
Mimi ni Chief Operations Office. Mtu wa mikono.
Modo wa moko.
Yeye ni client service.
So yes, guys, this week or next week, depending on when to upload the video, we'll definitely have Kate Chris. Oh, Kate Kirwa, my God. Oh, but it's still the same. Kate Chris, you're Chris. So, okay, Kate Kirwa. Kate Chris is more official. So we'll be having Mrs. Kirwa over here. And thank you so much for staying tuned. I'm sorry to may notice the difference. Yeah, lighting. Yeah, we were shooting tulianza around 5:30. It's almost 6:30 over right now.
Tukaingia kwa giza.
Tukaingia kwa giza. So please forgive that one.
Na giza ni kitu poa.
Giza.
A lot of nice things happen in darkness.
And also created in the dark.
Yeah. Not everything bad happens in that. Good things happen.
Yes.
Yes.
So guys, kama kawaida, thank you so much to my gang, Grace Entertainment gang. Aviko today was behind that screen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to Bavaria Gardens as well for hosting us. Kama kawaida, you guys. I'm your girl McKenna. Remember, the conversation does not end here. Tell me pale kwa comment section what you'd like to learn about the next. Unaweza niambia unataka nani next hapa, and also the questions you'd like to know more about them. Na pia pale Kesh Gracie, DM me kama mna mandhari safi. If you have an amazing story that's worth telling, please DM me. I will definitely respond to you. Until next time, good night. Just say usiku so. Good night, guys. Tunawapenda. Ciao.